Today, Hydrow is launching their brand new rower called the Hydrow WAVE for $1,000 less than the original. At $1,495, the Hydrow WAVE rowing machine addresses two barriers that were previously an issue for many potential buyers: cost and space. The Hydrow WAVE is built with a two-piece polycarbonate frame, making the new rowing machine 30% lighter than the original Hydrow. And with this new design also comes the ability for the rower to be better stored upright safely, although unfortunately it does look like this is going to require an additional accessory. But when stored upright, the footprint of the Hydrow WAVE is just 26.5 inches long and 30 inches wide. Additionally, since the Hydrow WAVE is lighter and more compact, it can be sent to you via UPS as quickly as overnight, so no more needing to schedule an appointment with XPO and just hoping that that delivery goes smoothly, as XPO doesn't have the best reputation for being able to deliver things on schedule or on time or in one piece undamaged. Now here's a comparison between the specs of the original Hydrow roller machine and the new Hydrow WAVE. You can see that the Hydrow WAVE is 6 inches shorter in length, 6 inches shorter in width, and 4 inches shorter in height. Obviously here we have a very different looking black polycarbonate frame compared to the aluminum and steel frame of the original, and that's part of what makes the original so dang heavy. Now while the original required a storage kit to be held upright, the new Hydrow WAVE, it looks like it can be stored upright without any additional accessories, but evidently for it to be safe you will need to invest in the vertical anchor, which does cost an additional $190. Of course, as you can see in my setup, which is definitely not safe, and I definitely don't suggest this, I just use a bungee cord to hold it upright. However, this new upright storage system on the Hydrow WAVE does look pretty good and seems like it's definitely the way to go. It's just unfortunate that it's an additional $190 cost. The touchscreen for the Hydrow WAVE is 16 inches compared to the original Hydrow's 22 inches. And as I mentioned, the rower is a lot lighter given its polycarbonate frame, so the rower here is 102 pounds compared to the original Hydrow rower, which was 145 pounds. Despite the lighter weight, the max user weight has remained exactly the same, being 375 pounds. And as I mentioned, one of the biggest differences between these two rowers is the price, with the Hydrow WAVE being $1,000 cheaper at $1,495 compared to the original Hydrow's $2,495 price tag. So look, I'm a big fan of indoor rowing, and having rowed on almost every single rower out there, Hydrow is definitely one of my favorites. I feel like it's probably the most enjoyable rower to ride on, and the rowing content is easily some of the best out there. The only issue that I had with Hydrow was that, one, it couldn't be easily stored upright, it was a little big and definitely pretty expensive, and the Hydrow WAVE definitely helps to solve some of those issues. Looking at this release, it feels like a big win for Hydrow, especially given that the most anticipated rower this year, the Peloton rower, seems to be possibly delayed or even canceled, given that Peloton has removed almost every mention of the Peloton rower from their social media just a few weeks ago. And there's also the fact that all of the other competitive connected fitness rowers all cost over $2,000 currently. So this is going to be the first really high quality connected fitness rower underneath that price point. And at this price, it does bring the rower much closer to, say, the Concept 2, which isn't a connected fitness rower, but is one of the most popular rowers around. And now only being around $500 to $600 more, the Hydrow WAVE may end up being a lot more attractive to a wider audience. My only concern at this point is to see how the Hydrow WAVE feels to use. I want to know if it feels as smooth and as enjoyable to ride as the original. And if so, this may end up being one of the best connected fitness releases this year. I have a Hydrow WAVE rower on the way. It should be here by next week, and I will be putting out a review for it in a comparison with the original Hydrow, so make sure to subscribe to Connect the Watts if you want to see that. As always, this is Colin Jenkins. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.